With Fox affiliate WSVN out of Miami is live on scene. Rosh, are investigators without question making a connection between the break-in 8 days ago and this shooting?
Well, they're looking into forced entry here. They do say there was forced entry into Sean Taylor's home, and they are wondering at this point whether that forced entry was a result of the November 17th break-in or the incident that occurred here on Monday morning. But we're also getting new information from police, a critical moment here. After the intruder comes into the room and shoots, we know that Sean Taylor's girlfriend picked up the phone, but the phone line was dead, and there is speculation from Taylor's attorney that those phone lines were actually cut. So critical moments were lost here. Finally, fire rescue gets here. They transport Taylor to the Ryder Trauma Center here in Miami, and then it was an emotional roller coaster. Late last night, Pedro Taylor, who happens to be a police chief in Florida City, came out and said, you know what, my son is responding to doctors. Everybody here was so hopeful, but as day breaks, hope turns into despair.
Rosh, Sean Taylor's dead, of course. Does anybody know why he was targeted?
Well, the fact that he was targeted isn't being confirmed by Miami-Dade police. In fact, John, at this point, they are not releasing a whole lot of information. We do know that in June 2005, he did have a run-in with the law. He was accused of pointing a gun at several individuals. He later pled that out to a misdemeanor. But at this point, Miami-Dade police are making absolutely no connection between any prior incident, even the burglary, and this case. In fact, if they do have a good lead, they don't want to deter anyone from coming forward. You have to realize here, though, why this is hitting Miami so hard. Sean Taylor was truly a hometown hero. In fact, there's a story, there's a school right up the street here, his high school, a school that had not been to the state championship in years. Sean Taylor, it was told, almost single-handedly brought that school to a state championship, a hero at the University of Miami, a hero in the NFL, 24 years old, and now gone.
Rosh Lowe. Rosh, thanks very much. So how will prosecutors and law enforcement work to solve this crime? With us now, former prosecutor, Fox News legal analyst Jeanine Pirro, who was, of course, a district attorney. So, Jeanine,
Now, the violent death of NFL star sparks a round-the-clock search for his killer. An autopsy is expected this afternoon on Washington Redskins player Sean Taylor, who died early this morning, a day after being shot in the leg at a suburban Miami home. Reporter Rosh Lowe of our affiliate WSVN is outside the house right now. Rosh, what do you have for us?
Well, Don, first the emotion here. It was very emotional last night because Pedro Taylor, the father of Sean Taylor, after he was shot outside the Ryder Trauma Center in Miami, gave a very hopeful news conference saying that Sean was responding to doctors. But as nighttime would turn into daytime, that hope would fade and it would turn into sadness as the news would come out that Sean Taylor has passed away. Now we really have the criminal investigation. Detectives from Miami-Dade Police, they have been out here all morning long going into Sean Taylor's home here in Palmetto Bay. They are looking for any bit of evidence, any clue. Here are the details as we know them. We know that Sean Taylor was sleeping in his bedroom with his girlfriend, his one-year-old daughter. According to police, an intruder burst through the bedroom door. 2 shots were fired. Taylor was hit, rushed to the Ryder Trauma Center where he later died. This morning, though, police are not releasing any suspect information, and we spoke to them this morning, and what they said was basically this: hey, it's difficult right now because the girlfriend was actually hiding underneath the covers when she heard the loud noises, so she may not have seen who the suspect was. We do know, and we have confirmed this with Sean Taylor's attorney, that when she went to call 911, the phone was dead. Perhaps the phone lines were cut. So she actually had to get in contact with 911, with Miami-Dade Police, through her cell phone. And precious moments were lost, but there was a massive effort to save Sean Taylor's life. He was somebody who grew up here in the community in Miami, went to preparatory school not far from here, was a star at the University of Miami, was a star with the Washington Redskins. And now the big question in Miami this afternoon is who would want to kill Sean Taylor? If we bring it back out here live, I can give you a look at the house over my shoulder. Pedro Taylor, Sean's father, was seen going in and out of the house. He has experience in law enforcement, Florida City's police chief. He just left a few moments ago. We saw him leaving with some belongings of his son. We saw police taking out numerous items, numerous pieces of evidence, including a computer. So we are expecting Miami-Dade police to release a little more information this afternoon. But as of this moment right now, we know that Sean Taylor was killed, but we do not know, we do not have any suspect information, only the information from his girlfriend about the loud noises, the intruder in his bedroom, and those 2 shots fired.
WSVN's Rosh Lowe, thank you so much for that, Rosh. Miami-Dade police are urgently looking